Just a quick word about the Georgian crisis. I've done a fair bit of reading on the subject, and I've familiarized myself with the region and a little bit of the history. A summary of the situation is this. Saakashvili is an asshole, the president of Georgia. He's an asshole who gambled and lost. And he received a well-deserved spanking from the Russians for his what I consider criminal acts. Certainly he is responsible for the deaths of several thousand civilians in South Ossetia. In my view, he is the chief defendant in the dock. He is the guy who kicked this thing off and is the prime mover. This is not to say that in some sense the Russians are off the hook for their behavior. They obviously went completely over the top, and they're also responsible for civilian deaths. But what Putin is saying about Bush's reaction to Russia's incursion to push the Georgians out of South Ossetia, and of course this other region now, is quite correct. The Americans have opened Pandora's box with the Iraq War. Basically, they said, we don't give a fuck what you think. We're going to do our own thing. And so we've increasingly seen large countries around the world doing that. So when it came to the Turks making incursions over the border into Iraq, who had a moral authority to say that that was the wrong thing to do? When it comes to the Russians dropping bombs on civilian areas in Georgia, who can possibly say that this is the wrong thing to do? This is the inexorable logic of a world where might makes right. The American invasion of Iraq effectively dismantled the UN and dismantled all of the instruments of international governance. And now we are basically left with nothing. And when you're left with nothing, this is the kind of thing that happens. So we need to come up with a plan, and quickly, because this stuff is going to continue to happen.